Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to LMS Greatness episode 2. I'm going to go about these with some freestyle commentary, i.e. old school, you know how we used to be, where you just watch the gameplay of the guy playing and someone else will be talking in the backdrop. Not someone else, but the person playing the game will be talking in the backdrop. I don't have an editor, so I can't go about clipping all these things again with my life, as I explained in my previous video. So with episode 2, we've got some winning games for once. They're not very spectacular fights, but a win is a win, and I think on the next game after this little battle here, which was the first win that I was a little bit confused by, I did get about 3 kills, so it's just something different to see and clear improvement in my gameplay. So the idea for my recent improvements have been working on step-ins. So when you freeze the opponent and you step into them and start trying to work them with different switches and such, I do struggle with this bit at the moment, in that I either click them and then I walk by to their left or behind, or follow even if I get the click wrong. But I'm still working on this bit, so any advice to get that more accurate will be appreciated, because sometimes I click them, I right click the actual guy and then he will step to the side of him, so I don't know where or how to go about being a lot more accurate there. I did get a nice little special off there, which was cool, but that would have been telegraphed from a mile away with someone who knew what they were doing. And I think this is the guy that confused me, because I think he comes here with very low HP, and after I beat this guy, he just stands there and takes the hits. Maybe he ended up getting beaten up from the mist and just decided to just concede and give me the win. Who knows? As I said, a win is a win. So yeah, if any advice for the freezing step-ins, that would be appreciated, because that's the next level up. You can get a lot of DPS from that, and yeah, but it's definitely like something that I've been seeing improvements on, and I enjoy working with. It's like a new skill almost, except because they don't have ability bars in this game except special attacks, so being able to incorporate methodologies that can cheese your way to victory if you know how to do it properly. I mean, doing the corner step-ins is going to be a whole other aspect, but for the meantime, I just want to work on one thing at a time. In these games, though, I do think I messed around with my DPI settings. I did a graphical update and that screwed up or reset my DPI, and I couldn't remember what it was, so I was really struggling with my clicking efficiency. Although I still managed, again with my new abilities or new developed skills, that I managed to still stay ahead of the people who are a little bit below me in terms of skill. My ceiling is still low, so it doesn't say much for the person that I'm fighting, but everyone starts somewhere. So if you are new, then again, consider subscribing and following my KICK stream, ThePuckington, to just watch the journey from absolute shite to season the pro. My current struggles at the moment, if I had to say any, the ones that I can note anyway off my head, are just click efficiency. Just like an FPS, being able to hit onto the person's head. In this case, it's obviously trying to get your freezes on point. That's the main thing you're always trying to get efficient when it comes to clicking, because they could be moving around and it becomes really, really difficult to get that where you want it to, or at least click them in a time frame that they don't see it. So if you're going to go from a ranging switch to a magic switch, you want to be able to efficiently click the magic spell before they can telegraph it. But again, that requires a fast level reaction. The other thing I've actually improved on, just notifying here, I'm still working on it, but is, and there was something I knew, but I just didn't quite know how to go about it, but it was obviously just brewing up, restoring, and then boosting, just to give yourself that little bit of an edge of HP throughout the fight. So that was an easy improvement that I just weren't doing. But as you can see, I'm struggling to walk in. One easy way, obviously, is the diamond bolts. When they're on the floor, you can just click them, and yeah, he's pretty much just going to walk into them. But if they're not there, trying to walk into the attacks, I think is this a guy a bot? He might be a bot, or maybe he just put off the fact that I was. No, he might be a bot, but with the bots, that's what I found the best to train my step-ins with. So he might not be responding, but here you can just clearly see me practicing with that movement. I did try here for a second. I was like, how do I do the corner step and then freeze him. So yeah, he has a less opportunity to respond. But I didn't quite get it fast enough, so it didn't really work. But yeah, that's something that is the theme of this video, at least for the most part. What else happened of late? I was watching the Odablock stream where he disconnected on his hardcore, and you know, it was stressful because even when I was watching it at the time, I was like, oh shit, how did that? Because I don't watch it often, I don't watch it for a long period of time. I just jump on and see what's happening, and I jumped onto this one and he disconnected mid-fight, as he always kept reiterating, against a guy with Rune Dagger's poison, which rips through Pures. And yeah, he was kind of losing it. And I understand that. I can completely get his frustration there. So when people say, oh, he's just crying about it, it's annoying, because if you say anything that defends Odablock, you got another bunch of people who think that you're just riding his dick. And it's like, no, I think a lot of what he says is based, if we're going to use a modern terminology. And that's why I'm on Kick, because you know, he's quite free with about the way he speaks, and he's firm on his beliefs. So you know, it's a guy I can get with. But yeah, he was just getting really frustrated, and I can imagine putting 2 months into this, and this is the third time. You could arguably not count his second hardcore attempt that just got one banged by the Dragon Ball. But yeah, so after that he was just hanging around the LMS portal, and I just thought, just give it a go, I'll just jump in at the same time. And unfortunately I wasn't recording, there was a bit of a kerfuffle with that. So yeah, and then his stream was like a second or two delayed. So when he was giving the countdown, I was like, oh, we didn't get in the same stream, never mind then. And I started fighting with someone, and I saw it was Haircore. I was like, oh shit. And then I was just kerfuffling with my stream to try and get the stream recording so I can actually see. Because that was one of my things I was saying in the first video, that I would like to be able to put the challenge to Odablock. And the whole time he was fighting me, he was just, you know, rambling on about what was happening and what happened. So I was just a pastime to him at that point. And because I was so like kind of flustered and thinking, wait, hold on a second, I'm actually fighting him, I thought this is a really good opportunity to plug my stream. But because I wasn't streaming and I wasn't recording, I just thought there wasn't really much point. And yeah, so hopefully in the future I can get to fight him again on stream. That'd be really cool, and I will plug it. I'm shamelessly going to plug my stream, because you know, there are a lot of people who really want to learn LMS, and it's such a steep learning curve. Or at least, as I mentioned in the previous videos, you're up against such a random cast of players that you don't really get like a bracket of, oh well, these guys are just ranked this and therefore it's going to be, I don't know how it works when it comes to that. But clearly you're getting put up against Haircore, Odablock, means that there isn't really like a ranking system as such to work your way up. You just get thrown in, and some games I just get absolutely shot on when people just run around me, walking in me, you know, 4-tick switching. I just stand no chance. And in that case, like, it's just kind of doing your best, trying to get as much damage off, but you know that it's just not happening. And I can understand that's really frustrating for a new player or someone who really wants to learn. So I'm going to kind of persevere with that and just do my best to learn off the matches that I do get, that I actually get an opportunity with, like the ones here that you're seeing in the game at the moment. But what you will see in the future videos is massive improvement. In the recent games I've been playing, not in this video, that I've had, just yesterday for example, I was doing really well with my switching, and it's just showing me that my abilities are really improving, or my ticks are improving. I mean, that's probably my weakest point, is tick timing. It's something I do try and practice in PVM. So if I just use a 4-tick weapon, I'm just trying to change my prayers or flick prayers every 4 ticks, just to get my brain into that tick pattern. And that's one way I'm trying to improve my gameplay, is any opportunity I can get your brain into, or get my brain into tick efficiency. But yeah, look forward to the next episode, because there's going to be a lot more improvements. I get a little bit faster with my switches. Sometimes that comes at the cost of the free step-ins, but you know, it's one at a time, and I'm trying to overwhelm it. But I am enjoying the improvements, and it does get a lot more fun when you start to feel like you have actual control over what's happening, rather than just getting flustered and stuff. But anyway, I'll leave that there for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed. This has been Puck. Peace.